in the Daily Take, Geraldo joins us now, and I wanted to start kind of with what Ali was talking about, if we can, Geraldo, with Chief Bovino. That guy's become the face of all of this in many ways. And, you know, she's interviewed him a bunch of times, and even today he says, this is all about immigration, what we're doing in Minneapolis, and it has nothing to do with race. What do you say?
Well, I am extremely sensitive to kind of racial enforcement of immigration law. You know, papers, please. Being part Latino and part Jewish, two heritages that have suffered discrimination over time. You know, what I don't want is what appears, at least according to protesters, to be happening in Minneapolis is a kind of targeting of Latinos. People go, you know, ICE agents going up to people who happen to be brown-skinned and saying, you know, papers, please. You know, where were you born?
Now, what'd you make of Kristi Noem saying you should carry around your immigration papers?
Well, I mean, imagine what it would be if it was all Irish people had to carry around a passport or a document that said that you were an Irish person. I mean, what do you tell your children? That you're different than every other American? That you have to carry you know, we're going to pin it to your lapel? I think it's really offensive. I think that the whole, you know, this whole experience, and you know, this is my headline for this the Twin City experience here. I think that SWAT has been has to be reconsidered. They work as a SWAT team when they should be working as detectives. Much lower profile, calmer. Immigration, if someone's living here unlawfully, then you get them with measured work. You find out, you get a warrant, you get them, bring them in. But you bring them in quietly, 2, 3, it's like a plainclothes cop or a detective, rather than this paramilitary, and Bovino is the face of it, you know, macho, you know, we can take it, you know, don't mess with us.
Do you think Trump will change course at all on this? And I guess the reason I ask you, I was reading Mark Caputo's report at Axios this morning about it, and they were saying, because you and I talked about the polling, remember we had that one poll where like 39% of the people support his immigration enforcement policies and the way he's doing it. They were saying that some of this stuff's starting to get to the White House now, that it's not like they're in denial. They know the numbers. The issue with, as you know, President Trump is, would he see a change, even if the same goals are trying to be accomplished, a change in tactics is kind of an admission of defeat? I mean, how do you think he would course correct at all on some of this stuff?
Well, I'm sure that a lot of it is polling driven, as you suggest. I think that they're testing the water here, and I don't believe. I think that the president called off the attack on Iran because he knew that it was unpopular with the American people at this time, or with the allies, even with Israel. The situation with immigration will happen. Somebody will, and it may have been Renee Good's killing that has already started a process of rethinking the role of ICE. People want laws enforced, but they don't want a kind of brutality. Now it comes, unless I'm mistaken, the revelation that there weren't 3 shots that killed Renee Good, the 37-year-old mother of 3 children, but were 4 shots. So it was clear that the agent, and I won't name him, although he's obviously he's been named and outed. I don't think that that's appropriate. But he came locked and loaded with that weapon. She touched that accelerator, and she was a dead woman driving because you know, he had shot her front, side, and center. It was you know, I think that eventually, and maybe in the short term, that death may be the subject of a grand jury probe, because it is not ordinary course of business. And the fact that everybody started covering for him, the shooter so quickly, even the White House, Kristi Noem and others, I really do believe that this is a deeply disquieting event in Minnesota. The city doesn't deserve it. Minneapolis doesn't deserve it. I think that if it wasn't for the fraud scandal and Walz's own weak political position right now, you would have a much stronger and more convincing state and local opposition to ICE than you do now. Now you look at Walz and the other Minnesota officials and they wonder, where were they when billions of dollars were being stolen? So I think that it's a very bad time for the officials in Minnesota, but this will sort out. And I do believe that Renee Good, that could have been the point where the American people begin to say, something, this is not what we bargained for.
Right, this is not what we signed up for. Change the way you do it, at least, or maybe the approach. And I'm just curious if the president will realize that at some point, too.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.